I teach primarily two courses, the Leadership and Supervision course, which is a one semester, 3-credit course. And the other course I teach is Organization Change. And that's also a 3-credit course, one semester. So I do that in the spring, leadership in the fall. And the two courses come from long-standing work on my part in terms of trying to understand what it is I'm talking about. And leadership is my first love and always has been. In fact, my doctoral dissertation was on leadership. So I've been a student of leadership for a very long time. And I still, you know, after all these years, one may think I'm a little crazy, but I still enjoy it. And I think one of the reasons why is the field keeps changing, and there are new things that we're learning about, such as servant leadership, for example, and things like that keep me going. The Organization Change course is really quite complicated because it involves trying to change organizations that are larger than your local club or anything like that. So we're talking about large corporations and the complexity of trying to bring about change in those systems. But can you do it? Yes. Is it done more successfully more often than not? The answer is no. In fact, there's probably something like a 70-something% failure rate with respect to organization change. So it's an extremely important subject, and students seem to enjoy it and try to learn as much as they can about it and know at the end that it's really quite complicated. So digging into complexity is a fun thing for me to do.
I teach group dynamics, a systems perspective. What are the dynamics that are going on in a group, any kind of group, a team, informal, formal, that would otherwise go unnoticed or perhaps misunderstood. It helps them to get a sense of what their own contribution is to the dynamics in each of these group settings. And it gives them a set of skills as well, more specifically. So things like what are the dynamics of authority in a given group? What are the boundaries, psychological and otherwise? And then they learn about group on group, so the dynamics between groups. And then they learn about the particular dynamics specific to one group as it sits. We call that group as a whole dynamics. So those are the areas. I think that they have tremendous relevance for really any area of work where you're actually working with we'd say two or more people.
The Org Psych class is the survey course in Org Psych theory. And with that class, we expose people to a variety of different theories and concepts within Org Psych. And they are really sort of taking it from different levels of analysis. So we teach them personality, different individual differences, emotional intelligence, diversity, motivation, decision-making. We also talk about groups and teams. So we sort of transition to the group level. We talk about organizational level variables. So we talk about leadership and organizational culture and organizational change and organizational effectiveness as well. So we really run the gamut. And I always tell them that it's really, you're building your toolkit. So it's really getting exposed to the theories and concepts and the research in the field. Our students have a good amount of work experience, and a lot of them have kind of survived by sort of using their gut instinct on things. And so when they come into the classroom, we help them start building a toolkit to sort of apply sort of evidence-based practice to their current jobs. So for me, that first class, the organizational psychology class that they'll take in their first semester, is kind of covering the gamut of the field for them and really helping them to re-enter their work lives with that sort of toolkit of different organizational psychology theories that can help them make informed decisions.
The course that I teach is Assessment in Organizations, and it basically teaches students how to think about assessments, how to design evaluation methods, essentially any sort of tool that can help them understand people in the context of work and organizations. And this is important for their wider career, because today, if you're working in any organization as a consultant, an HR practitioner, talent management kind of a professional, you will need to understand people. Most organizations have problems, they all concern people, so you can design and understand tools that help you make sense of people to solve their problems. So it's a very, very critical part of their formation.